Hey everyone, as promised, I am going to be making a series of videos for you parents out there that are going through this ascension process and want to train your children. This is my daughter Destiny. Say hello.
Hello!
And today what we're gonna do is I'm just gonna ask Destiny some questions and
I'm gonna answer!
And she's gonna answer them for you. So let's just get started. Destiny, the biggest thing I want you to tell the YouTube viewers is what did I do? Because I didn't ask you to go through this to start training. What did I do that made you want to do this for yourself?
Well,
look at the camera.
What made me do this is how you changed, how you were acting better,
how was I acting differently? What did that make you
more
feel?
More spiritual,
okay.
More happy, peppy, and
so you saw that I was happier, and this made you. Okay.
You told me about Kane and that he's the future, and
the future,
and that like he can tell you what is going to happen, and all about the higher selves, and just everything you were telling me actually got me kind of excited, and I thought it sounded really, really cool.
Okay, so basically what Destiny, and I think she summed it up really well, I became very comfortable with just discussing what was kind of going on, and it started out pretty subtle, but once I saw that she was comfortable with me talking about my communications with Kane, my highest self, then it just became very natural for me to discuss this part of my life with her. and so she really started to respond to that. So what did we do a few nights ago? What did you ask me? You came up to me and asked me something.
She told me whenever I wanted to do this, if I wanted to learn what she was doing, and I always got my hopes up one night, but I would have like a softball game or something to do, and so I had a free night after a softball game, and I came up to her and said, "Mommy, can you teach me how to talk to my higher self?" And she told me yes, and so basically she told me I gotta initiate it.
It is an initiation process, and for you parents out there, I really encourage you to treat it like that, make it special. And I brought her, I said this in one of my previous...
Can I say something?
Yeah, go ahead, honey.
And what else got me excited about this was the, how everything is energy, how she can see energy, how there's different life forms that we can't see, there's different dimensions, there's different planets that actually have life, and it got me really excited, like a lot, and in the initiation,
why did that get you excited?
It just sounded cool, because my genius brain, like Sweet Star.
You are.
Thank you. And when we did the initiation, like she said that the directions, the north, east, south, and west, you would greet them.
We called in the 4 directions.
The 4 directions, and she had like this thing. I'll be right back.
Isn't she awesome?
This little doodad.
The smudging herb. You gotta hold it up to the camera, baby.
Smudging herb.
There you go. There you go.
That you would light and wave around like a little magic wand, as if you were 2 and you were pretending to be a magic fairy. And you would wave it around while it was lighted, and it smudged and it cleansed your area from any bad spirits, because your third eye, your pineal gland,
there we go.
Pineal gland, since I told her, we used to, sometimes when she was meditating or talking to spirits, we would sometimes hear like slams, we would hear noises in our house, and I told her, since you said you could let in good spirits, can't you let in bad spirits? And she thought actually I was correct. And so this smudging herb helps cleanse the place from and rid of any bad spirits.
Yes.
When you're meditating, when you're doing the initiation.
So I showed her all of these things. That was our first night together. I recommend with your children, if they do come to you and they say they want to learn, start them with the basics. I'm teaching her how to see energy, and I showed her how to locate her third eye, and she saw the vortex on her own. And like I told all of you, I will be looking into astral projection in relation to children. And so to end things, Destiny, because we're on a time limit.
What? Sounds good.
What could you recommend to the parents out there to get their child excited and want to ask them? That's how we're going to end this video today. What could they do?
How to get your child excited. First, sometimes when we were doing the initiation, is she told me to do this to try to see my third eye, and at first I saw like a very fast
have them lightly
light.
Press their fingers into their closed eyes.
And then, when I was asked, I did it again to try to see my third eye, and instead I did the astral projection vortex, and it's actually always one vortex, but every time you look at it, it like always, the pattern always changes.
So that's what they should first tell their child?
Yes, like
to find their third eye?
And try to see the vortex, because that got me really excited.
Okay.
I was staring at it a little while, and all of a sudden I jumped back and like.
Okay, so everybody heard that straight from the 9-year-old. Get them excited about the visual. You know, kids are very into sensory stimulation video games, and so out of everything. And then we are also developing her communications with her highest self. We're on a time limit, honey. So we're gonna make our next video again, but I wanted to introduce Destiny to you. And is there any parting words? Quick parting words you want to give them, baby?
Yes. And also what gets kids excited is telling them about their higher self, and they can tell you the future. Tell them how you want them, if you ask a yes or no question, how to feel it. My mom and me are going to have like electric, kind of like shock in our hands, but
electrical current, yeah.
Electrical current, and get them excited about their higher self, because it's cool, because they are the future, so they can tell you the future. Like, for instance...
Well, they're really in another dimension. There is no timeline.
Well...
But they are the most evolved version of yourself.
Yes.
Yes.
Well,
yes.
But, and for, like, an example, one of my teachers throws a pool party every year for AR students. And, I really want to go, and I asked Kane, and my mom asked Kane, will she go? And he said yes. And what gets you excited is because they can tell you yes or no. And if it's a no, then you already know before the event comes, so then it's not a big disappointment.
So you are enjoying this idea?
Yes.
Okay, so everyone, you heard it straight from the kiddo over here.
I'm only 9!
So be on the lookout for more of these videos in relation to... I'm going to also let Destiny make some of her own, so she can talk directly to your children from one child to another. Because I think there's no better way for the kids to learn. These are actually for the parents.
From a 9-year-old.
That's right. So let's say namaste. Namaste.
Namaste.